Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And if 2020 could not get any more bizarre, what about the dynamic that Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, supposedly not a candidate for the presidency, somebody who has no desire to have that office, seems like he's the one campaigning against Donald Trump and seems like he's the one going after Trump more than even Biden. And we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into the authoritarian rules of New York. We're going to get into the grandstanding at Georgia. And we're going to ask the question, who really is the great dictator? Because there's a lot of people out there that feel like Orange Man Bad is that dictator. And I even had a friend call me up yesterday, a close friend, and discuss with me the secret police picking up people in Portland. And of course, I'm never for secret police picking up protesters in any regard. However, when the thing that was trending yesterday was a picture of a naked girl spread eagle in front of police officers, I can't help but think that if that was Jason Burmis protesting in that manner, that he would be arrested no matter if he was in Portland, New York, anywhere in the country really, and he might even take a couple of licks as well. Before we break it all down, we get to the nitty gritty. We talk about the latest restrictions and threats by Lord Andrew Cuomo. I want to remind everybody, we're fully demonetized here because we take people on like Cuomo. And don't get me wrong, we'll put Trump through the ringer and his administration when it's the right thing to do. But when it's not, well, we'll also defend him. If you saw my Bill Barr video yesterday, boy, did I take a lot of heat for that, for daring to speak the truth. But again, without you guys, I couldn't be doing this stuff. $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. I'm going to be hitting the road after I do an exclusive Rockfin video for free. You sign up for Rockfin after this one, so make sure to go check that out after you check this one out. Okay, so Lord Cuomo yesterday, he does his press conference. He's not wearing his tie. He's hip. He's cool. He's great. Everybody loves him, right? We love Andrew. Here's what he said. First of all, for those that do not know, he shut down bars. Now remember, we're in phase 4 over there. And he supposedly climbed that mountain. He's a mountain climber. And we've descended the mountain. And we put out these weird posters praising him. And yet, yesterday, he threatened to shut down all bars and restaurants again, going to only contactless delivery and more Orwellian behavior, period. And he treated those business owners like children. What do I mean? He literally said, the bad bars, the ones that aren't wearing the masks and doing the social distancing, they're going to ruin it for the good bars and restaurants. And remember, bars are shut down, okay? The only way you can serve somebody alcohol now is if they order food with that alcohol. That essentially kills any kind of nightclub, any kind of nightlife, and it makes it impossible to even work amongst the most ridiculous of conditions which they put in. And he's acting like he is the end-all, be-all. Then he gets into contact tracing, which really bothers me. And he continues to go on about the flaws of contact tracing and how they don't have border security in the states and people can drive through and that's a threat and a problem. And so many other people are fleeing these danger zone states to come to New York. That's bull. No one is fleeing their state, Governor Cuomo, to come to New York. Stop your imagination land bullshit. There is going to be a mass exodus out of that state. I can guarantee you. And then he says something odd, something I didn't really understand. And this shows me, again, more of the campaigning nature. And he's always saying, this virus isn't political. It doesn't know politics. Well, let me tell you something. Andrew Cuomo knows politics. And that's why he made a journey to Savannah, Georgia yesterday. Now I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Didn't the Georgian governor just do something great? Didn't he ban cities and counties from mandating masks, saying that is a bridge too far and local mandates are unenforceable. So you had a governor step in and say, no mas. No mas. We're not going with this insanity. We're not going over local mayor dictators telling people they got to wear slave masks. We won't do it. So wait a minute. Why was Governor Cuomo going to Georgia then? Well, he was acting like a hero and a tough guy, and we're bringing them ventilators. Why would you be bragging about bringing ventilators over to Georgia when they kill 80% of people? 80%. You go on a vent. With this, 80%. And those are his own words, his own numbers. He said that. Old Dictator Cuomo. He said that. He's acknowledged it. And then he talks about remdesivir, which I guess is kind of like the left's push of a drug. They don't want to talk about hydroxychloroquine. They don't want to talk about the steroid treatments. They don't want to talk about vitamin D, vitamin C, those important things. No. We're going to get them PPE, and we've climbed the mountain. We want to help other people climb that mountain and do the right thing. And he talked about how much expertise he had and how great he was and how he was the best thing since breakfast. So wait a minute. The governor doesn't want you there. Who wants you there? A stumbling, bumbling, mumbling moron, in my opinion, the mayor of Savannah, Georgia. Now, it was originally Atlanta, Georgia that tried to mandate these masks, and that's where the main pushback was. I watched this thing, and I wanted to puke in my mouth, okay? First of all, let's take a look here of the love fest that, a mayor brings in a governor and just tells everybody how great Lord Cuomo is. Oh, you're the best. And then as soon as he's done introducing and grandstanding for Cuomo, he puts on his little slave mask and lets everybody know this is political. That's exactly what this is. And, Cuomo can't help but continue to bash the federal government and the Trump administration that's in denial. No, you're in denial if you think that we should be mandating everybody to wear a slave covering when 99.99% of us are healthy. If not more in this country, out of the 320 million people overall. Okay? Okay? And it gets under my skin when I see stuff like this. And it's so obvious. Now, there was something else that Cuomo said that really got to me. So, Georgia's on the banned states. If you go to Georgia and you stay in Georgia, guess what? You're supposed to quarantine yourself for 14 days. And Cuomo brags about his contact tracing force and how people need to listen and how they now have police officers at airports demanding on your return to fill out paperwork so they can contact trace your ass. So he says, well, wait a minute, wouldn't you be under the quarantine? Mr. Cuomo, you're going to Georgia. And he said, number one, I'm an essential worker. Bing, 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 bing. I'm what? An essential worker. Bing, 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 bing. I'm Capo Cuomo. Don't you get it? I do what I want. Hey. And then he says, well, you're also got to be there for 24 hours if you're just passing through, if you're just driving through. Whoa. Let's stop that right there. Number one, by that definition, I haven't broken any rules as far as I know, unless Illinois is on the list. You know what? Let's look right now what the states are. 19 states, New York quarantine. Okay, let's see if Illinois is on the list. The 7th, did he do it there? There it is. So let's see the travel advisory. So yeah, it looks like Illinois is fine. Okay, so let's go here. And let's explain again how ridiculous this rule set is. Oh, of course. A little dicka-dicka-doo. Still a little dicka-dicka-doo. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. This is Illinois. This is Iowa. This is Illinois. Stop it, buddy. I didn't ask for your video. I don't want your video. This is Illinois. What is going on here? Stop. Come on, man. This is Iowa. So I was in the Quad City area. So I never spent 24 hours in Iowa. I came in, okay. I stayed on the Illinois side at Rock Island, And then I stayed outside of the Quad City International Airport in Illinois both times. So I never spent more than 24 hours in Iowa. By his own definition, I shouldn't have to quarantine when I get home. By the way, I'm essential. I'm media. And he even says that to the other guy. A lot of people don't want to consider me media because I dare speak out against the media military industrial complex. But by his own weird rules, somehow if I was in Iowa for 23 hours and I got a hotel in Illinois on the 24th, I still wouldn't have been there for an entire day, so I wouldn't have to quarantine. You see how arbitrary all of this Johnny nonsense is? But basically, Lord Cuomo, as an essential worker, has made it so he doesn't have to do anything for anyone, and he can just declare executive order after executive order after executive order, and it's driving me nuts. Okay? Look, Trump isn't perfect, but he's talking about opening up the country. He's talking about Biden doesn't know he's alive. When I hear him talk like that, I hear reality. And it makes me sympathetic to his cause. Because if it's between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, it's a no-brainer. I'm voting Trump all day. And a lot of people don't want to hear that either. Show me a third party that I can get behind, that I can say, you know what, this was my protest vote. Haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet. So guys, I need your support now more than ever. Remember, we are fully demonetized here. Please consider $5, $10, $15. Big donors, it means the world to me. You can also support me on Rockfin. Rockfin, if you pay the $9.99, you get all my premium content, and you get everybody else's premium content on the platform, including Ben Askren, Jimmy Dore, Kim Iverson, Nico House, Sam Tripoli, 2 different shows, Zero and Tinfoil Hat, The Convo Couch, Graham Elwood, Ron Placone, John Fitch, and so many others. I can't recommend it enough. But if you just sign up for a free account, we're coming with a free video in just a little bit for our Tuesday free. I usually do it at noon live, but I got to pack up and head to the next hotel. I'm heading back to the Chesterfield area outside of St. Louis because Kansas City, I mean, the mask mandate is here, and I'm 10 miles out on the Missouri side, and I'm just seeing too many people wearing masks. And when I walk into a Phillips 66 and the clerk is demanding I wear a mask so I can buy a bottle of water, no mas. I'm gone. I'm out. That's not why I'm traveling. I'm traveling to find freedom. So make sure you're thumbing the video up, subscribing, and sharing. We lose subscribers here when we go hard on people's partisan politics, and that's okay. And that's okay. Probably lost 150, 200 subscribers over the last few days. It happens. I'm not here to please people. I'm here to make content that I feel is necessary and based in reality. You can check out all my documentary films for free. Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. I love it when we do a live video. We can't even get 100 people watching live with 55,000 subscribers. 55,000 subscribers. Can't get 100 people watching live. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So again, I need your support. Share the films. Again, they're all free online. I absolutely love you guys. It's not about right and left. It is about right and wrong every single time. And we will continue to push the truth and not some partisan narrative. See you on the flip.